I'm intrigued. Tayong mga Pinoy, bakit kaya tayo malalapit sa mga investment scams? At latest lang, umabot ng 50 billion pesos ang nakolekta ng isang investment scammer. Breelers, quick facts muna tayo. Kamakailan, nabalitaan natin na si Yexel Sebastian ay sasampahan ng kaso dahil sa investment scams na umabot sa halagang 50 billion pesos. Ang balitang nakuha natin, initially they were offered to invest in a toys business. But lately, parang sinasabi na si Yexel ay nag-set daw na expectation na yung fund na ininvest ng mga tao, ng mga netizen, ay gagamitin para sa isang gambling activity. Nangako rin sila na between 5 to 10% ang interest na makukuha nila on top of their capital month over month. Isa pa, Breelers, malalapit nga ba talaga ang mga Pinoy sa investment scams? Isa-isahin natin. Nabalitaan natin bukod kay Yexel Sebastian, si Luis Manzano na nadawit sa isang investment scam in a way na ito ay yung hindi na i-deliver na gas station na pinondohan ng mga investors. Ang sabi sa report, per person invested 15 million pesos. That's one. Meron din po yung magkasintahan ng mga bagong artista na si Mikey Quintos at si Paul Salas. Ito naman ay isang investment scam daw through cryptocurrency. Ang balita pong nakuha natin, si Mikey Quintos had a very good income from her investment for a year. And then after that, nagsimula na ang problema. Also, pumasok din daw po ang kanyang kasintahan na si Paul Salas. Well, ang idea doon ay mukhang naudyukan din kasi nga naman 1 year good performance yung investment na pinasok nila. Ngayon, Breelers, pag-usapan nating maigi, tayo bang mga Pilipino ay sadyang malapit sa investment scams? But before we go there, alamin muna natin ano ba talaga yung mga reasons why are people getting into such investments. And eventually, it turned out to be a scam. Yung una, yung kay Yexel, well, it seems like based dun sa mga narinig natin, may mga inconsistent facts na sinishare or na nagsisirculate kung ano yung reason why they got investors. And then turned out na initially kasi it's a legit business because of the toys or yung mga merchandises that they'd like to distribute. Turned out na para pala sa gambling. If you're going to think about it, who will say yes sa isang gambling activities na magpapromise ng 5 to 10%? I think minamaliit din yata kung totoo man nila Yexel, itong netizen, itong tayong mga Pilipino na talaga bang may mag-a-agree. Okay? At para umabot ng 50 billion pesos, Breelers, ang Transform Media PH is not here para manggisa or mag-judge particularly sa mga sinasabi na mga nang-scam or mga scammers. Okay, particularly tulad nga nila Luis Manzano, nila Yexel, we're not generalizing that. But the point really is, malapit nga ba tayo at bakit tayo napupunta doon? And so, as I am saying, ano ba yung mga dahilan bakit tayo pumapasok sa mga investments katulad nito? Una, definitely, we wanted to grow our income. Isa yan. Pangalawa, gusto natin ng easy money. Ilang beses na pong nabalita sa news, ngayon even sa social media nagsisirculate yung maraming mga Pilipino na biktima ng mga investment scams, and yet how come hindi tayo tumitigil? Diba? Pangalawa, bakit nga ba sumasama din tayo sa mga investments na ganito? Lalo na kapag involved ang mga artista. Dahil una, kapag artista po kasi talaga, it's as if they're really credible. Imagine, sasabihin natin, uy, bakit si Paul Salas tsaka yung girlfriend niya na si Mikey Quintos nandito sa cryptocurrency na to? Maski bago yung concept, pero dahil pumasok sila at yung magulang naman nila ay also from the show business, mga prominenteng tao, how come sila pumasok? Bakit hindi ako papasok? So may ganun tayong mentality. Why am I saying that? Because I, for one, experienced that. I remember noong ako ay nasa network marketing, good thing hindi naman siya scam. It's a legal investment that I went into. I remember, I really banked on the names of the celebrities na member nung network marketing company na yon. Kasi for me, pantawag attention din siya sa mga tao. But during that time, I was very confident in a way na I've tried the business, I've tried the products, it worked well on me, kaya I wanted to share the experience. But I don't know with the others, di ba? And hindi rin ako sumali dun sa network marketing na yon just because of the celebrities or the artistas as part of the investors or the business movers. So, definitely not. But the thing is, typical lang naman po sa ating mga Pilipino, kapag may mga investors or may mga celebrity endorsers, talaga namang na-excite din naman tayo. And another example is si Luis Manzano. Imagine, yung story po nung kay Luis Manzano, yung Flex Fuel, ang nakuha nating information was, yung CEO ay kaibigan ni Luis Manzano. And then some are claiming na nagpe-pretend or it's as if pinapakita ni Luis Manzano na he was the chairman of Flex Fuel. So with that, naengganyo yung mga tao kasi syempre that's Luis Manzano na anak ng isang former governor na sa Vilma Santos. Bukod na yung mom niya is a superstar, tapos yung father niya was a former senator. So nag-iisip yung mga tao, ang tataas ng mga credibility nito, artista na sikat, tapos mga politicians, paano tayong mas-scam, di ba? And yet, they end up being scammed. Imagine, 15 million pesos per investor. Sa totoo lang, Breelers, itong mga reasons na to, easy money, tapos may mga celebrity endorsers, talaga naman pong mahirap ma-assess kung ma-scam ka or not. But ang rule of thumb is, if it's too good to be true, don't get in there. In fact, ito nga yung clip ni Alden Richards.
If it's too good to be true, mag-isip na po kayo. Wala pong ganong klaseng scheme or hindi po totoong nangyayari yung mga too good to be true na magpasok ka ng pera, yung 1,000 pesos mo magiging 10,000 in 7 days. Wala pong ganon.
Sinabi po ni Alden Richards exactly in his words, if it's too good to be true, please do not get into it. Hindi naman daw siya na-scam literal, but the thing was, parang gano'n na din kasi may mga misleading information that was given to him, and so he made the decision to get into the business, and then eventually, the business died down. So malaki din po yung perang nawala mula sa mga investments ni Alden Richards. So, again, Breelers, 50 billion pesos, bakit umabot doon? Dahil sa isang influencer naman din. So, celebrities and then influencer. Breelers, if there's one thing that I'd like to tell you, in my perspective, if you want to be an investor in a certain business, you really have to study the business model, yung mga promises, kasi baka nag-over-promise sila. And then, if there's celebrity involved, probably baka wag na lang din muna nating i-consider. Tignan din natin yung background ng mga business owners and operators, not just their celebrity endorsers. Okay, yung mga celebrity endorsers, in some cases, talagang sila lang po yung mukha ng mga negosyo. Pero, hindi naman ibig sabihin nun sila din yung mag-ooperate. And even if they will operate it, kilala natin sila as celebrities, not business owners. So, anong guarantee lalo nun na magsasucceed yung business? We can't just look into an investment just because someone known, popular is already there. Also, again, if it's too good to be true, imagine somebody's offering you 5 to 10% interest month on month for a year. Tapos possibly ibabalik nilang investment mo after a year. That's a big no-no, Breelers. Bakit po? Big no-no? Kasi nga, maski po kaming mga negosyante, may mga times na you will go beyond 5 to 10% na income. Pero pag pinag-uusapan natin, ilang kayong investors, tapos 5 to 10% ang ibibigay sa inyo month on month, think about it. Saan nila kukunin yung pera na yon? Una, wala nga silang guarantee. Even if may babagsakan kayo, for the next 12 months, ganun yung kitaan, hindi ba parang that's too good to be true? Ang totoo pong negosyo, para talaga tong up and down yung trends ng inyong kikitain. In fact, minsan nga, yung down mo is negative pa. So, mag-law of averaging kayo. And because I've had businesses with other partners, what we also do, kasi hindi mo naman masusustain yung income na sinasabi na yun eh. Maski na napakaganda pa ng negosyo mo, sometimes we give yung dividends o kaya yung shares nila from the income that we're getting on a quarterly basis, sometimes once in 6 months, or once a year. Depende kung gaano ka-stable yung business. Pero the moment na kakapasok mo pa lang, tapos yung business, alam mo, nag-start pa lang, nag-promise na sa'yo ng 5%, that for me is really scary. saan nila kukunin yung pangpapaikot na pera? E di galing lang dun sa ibang mga investors, kaya mabibigyan nila yung interest sa'yo. Dun pa lang questionable na yon, breeders. And so, I am inviting everybody, lalo na kayong mga pinaghirapan ninyo yung mga pera na meron kayo, tapos i-invest ninyo, pinagkatiwalaan nyo yung mga celebrities or kung sino-sino, and then we didn't also look at the business aspects like operations, tapos yung customers, yung trends. There are so many factors to look at. Kung mag-i-invest ka, maglalabas ka ng halagang 50,000 pesos and above, the best recommendation that I can give you really is to seek an advice from a business coach. Magpakatotoo tayo. Let's all be real, breelers. Hindi natin naiintindihan ang isang negosyo, malaki lalo yung chance na ma-scam tayo. And eventually, the only thing that you can do really is file a case. Yung pera mo, sa tingin ninyo, mababalik pa ba ng mga scammers yon? Mukhang magiging charge to experience na lang, or ultimately, you will still bleed until such time na matapos yung kaso na yon. And how long will it take? You know the answer. I don't want to get in there. The point really is, you need to be a smart investor. And for me, being smart is not just riding with the popularity of celebrities or even the influencers, or maski nakamag-anak mo pa yan eh. You really have to be mindful about certain things on how businesses run. Go seek a professional business coaches or consultants so that you could really assess if this is a good investment or not. Wag na wag po tayong magpapadala dahil lang sa influences ng mga idols natin or ng mga kilalang tao, maski politicians pa sila o maski nakamag-anak mo pa sila. You really have to study very well. The point really is, please take care of your money. And most importantly, your energy. Because you know that when investment scams happen to you, you know that experience, that hatred, yung fury that you will feel. You don't want to get there. With that, readers, I hope you become a wise investor.